Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in Bayhead, New Jersey, and I'm here to troubleshoot a circuit of a bunch of receptacles on the second and third floor that aren't working. So welcome back to the channel, and I thought I'd bring you through this troubleshooting job here to see how I do. The first place I always like to start is at the electrical panel. That's where you should always start. Make sure you have adequate power. Pretty sure we do. We have a Cutler Hammer CH style panel. And they are, in my opinion, like the Cadillac of panels, next to or in front of the square DQO. Let's get this panel cover off and see where we're at. You know, these look like tech screws here for the panel cover, which makes me nuts because you got that pointy end at the end right there. You'll see that's a sheet metal screw with that pointy end that could go right into the conductor, but I imagine that it wasn't an electrician that put that in there. This house was built, believe it or not, in 1892, I think. So this house has been here a long time. All right, so everything looks pretty good here. Installed by an electrician, I'd imagine. But I'm going to check each individual circuit breaker now to verify that there's power coming out of here and that the troubleshooting is not in here. It's somewhere else in one of the devices on the second or third floor. By checking each individual circuit breaker, I'm able to rule out three things: a short circuit, a ground fault, and an overload. If each circuit breaker has power, then the problem is not here, it's elsewhere in the circuit. All right, everything in here is good to go. And as you can see, this is a main lug only panel because the main breaker is someplace else. I haven't looked at the service. In fact, this is the first time I've ever worked for this customer. She was a referral from a nearby customer here that had a good experience, and that's usually how the referrals work. Once one person is happy, then they can't wait to tell one of their friends. It's called the 311 rule. And I don't know if you're familiar with the 311 rule, but the 311 rule says for every good job you do, your customer will tell 3 people. For every bad job you do or a bad experience, they'll tell 11 people. Okay, so I'm in the room that was having the problem, and there's no power. So I got to open neutral someplace. That's what my tester is telling me. You can see when you plug this in, you get that red light on the side. But on the display of this plug-in tester by Klein, really nice tester, by the way. Big fan. You'll see it says open neutral. So one of these receptacles in the room here, one of the receptacles has an open neutral that's not completing the circuit. All right, so it's safe to assume that this light on the ceiling is on the same circuit as these receptacles, but I don't know for sure. This one's also got an open neutral. So there's one down there and there's one right here. I'm going to open up these two right now and see if that's not the problem. The open neutral tells me that there's power to the circuit, which we figured out already because of the... I see something busted in here already. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is, but you see that neutral wire that's busted right there? I think that's the problem right there. I don't know if you can see that. And see. Because if that's the problem, that's the fastest troubleshooting I've maybe ever done. Yeah. See this neutral wire just flapping in the breeze there? Okay. This is the supply side. So if we follow that wire that's coming out of the box right here with this neutral, it's going to be this top wire right here. This should be power from hot to ground, and I'll verify that right now. And it just broke off, so that was pretty simple. And I got lucky, because any electrician will tell you that sometimes you got to get lucky to be good. So there's your hot. We got 118 volts to ground here, and then once I hook up this neutral, we should be good to go. And you can see where it just broke. You can see that terminal right there. It just snapped off. That's kind of weird. I'm sure whoever did that didn't mean to break it off. But there you have it. That's where it broke off. Right in my hand, see that? All right, so now we'll put this terminal screw back in. And we'll see if that does the trick, which I imagine it will. Boy, I really got lucky here, I tell you. The one thing I do notice, that it might have not been an electrician that put this back in. You can see how that terminal has been terminated in the non-clockwise technique, okay? Like I did here. So it kind of backed off. I'll leave it for now. But let's test and see if that did the trick. And I'm pretty sure that it did. Let's see. Oh yeah, look it. Now we're back in action. Let's check this before I button this up. Let's check this other one here. Correct. I like to think of myself as a really good electrician, but sometimes an easy exercise just like this could take hours. You just got to open up boxes, and this house is over 100 years old. I got so lucky opening up that first box and finding that broken wire. So if you like this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. Happy 4th of July, happy birthday America, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Classic Electric is a licensed and insured electrical contractor in the state of New Jersey. I have a catalog of over 200 videos on the channel that I think you'll enjoy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.